What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now if you follow us on social media, you've probably seen that the thermostat on the Alpha seized and blew the head gasket. So in today's video, we're going to start the engine rebuild.
So guys, this has been off the road for about a month now, and what actually happened was, well, it all started with the EGR cooler. We had some issues with a coolant leak there, we replaced that. Then we had some issues with the thermostat housing. Then the thermostat seized, and the thermostat seizing caused the head gasket to go. One day I went to jump in it to go to work, and it was hydraulic locked. Pulled the glow plugs out, turned it over, and it shot coolant out of 3 cylinders. So it hydraulic locked on the coolant. So the only cure for this now is to strip it apart. We're going to get the cylinder head off it. We'll send that down to the machine room in Motherwell. They'll skim it and pressure test it and make sure it's okay. But while it's off, we'll probably have a look at doing a few enhancements to it. There's a few things I've wanted to do. But yeah, first things first, we need to get it stripped down. So we'll set up a time lapse. I'm going to start by taking the race chip and everything out. We'll get rid of the wiring loom, we'll clear the heat shields, get the coolant out, and we'll take it from there. Right guys, we've got most of the wiring undone. At the moment we're stripping off the full front end because there's a few other jobs I want to do. So while it's stripped on stands, we may as well get the whole lot off. So all the intakes off, coolant's all drained, batteries out, intake pipes are off, most of the wiring loom's off now, it's ready just to pull to the side. So once we've got the rest of this front end off, we'll probably concentrate on the timing belt, and then we'll get the head lifted off. So a good tip when you're doing this, guys, Chris Fix taught me this years ago. Use Ziploc bags when you're taking everything apart, and then you can write on them, you can label them. So when it comes to putting it back together, because we'll not get this head back for about a week, and then it'll probably be another week before I get time to put it back on. It means when you lift the bags out, you know exactly where everything goes, what it's for, and where to locate it, so you don't lose stuff, you don't get confused with wrong bolts. So it's a handy tip, and it's well worth it. So anyway, Charlie's just about got the last bolts out of the front end, so we'll get this front end off, and then we'll get the turbo and that off, timing belt off, and then get the head off. Right guys, it's the next morning. You've probably seen it in the time lapse, it got really dark really quickly and the weather kind of turned a wee bit. I'm hoping it stays dry the now. It's not looking so great at the minute, but we'll crack on and do what we can. We're nearly there, we're almost got it off. So as I was taking stuff off, I noticed that the EGR cooler had coolant all over it again. And also my new water pump that I put in just last year, it's showing signs of leaking coolant as well. So when the thermostat seized, it's obviously put so much pressure on the system, it's blown nacelles out as well. So yeah, I'll be putting a new water pump on, new timing belt, which is a shame because I only done it last year, but when you're at this stage there's no point in messing about, you may as well just do it. I'll get the EGR, full EGR system off, and we'll replace all the seals in the cap. So this is a brand new cap that I fitted last year because the other one was cracked. So I'll see if I can get a seal kit for that and we'll replace these seals as well. But for now, let's get this head off, get it inspected, and we can get it over to the engine room and get it pressure tested and skimmed. Right, that's all the EGR completely off, vacuum pumps off, oil filler channels off, got the injectors out, and awesome, they came out no problem. A wee bit of prying with the bar and a wiggle and they came out, which is awesome. Everything's cleared off the inlet manifold. Now we've got to undo the timing belt, so we'll line it all up, time it up, and then we can start taking the rocker cover off and the head will be ready to lift off. Take the engine mount off to access the timing belt tensioner, which is in here. I've took the water pump off because that was leaking, and it was actually the shaft seal that was leaking, so that's off. Now we need to put the engine mount back on so that we can lower the engine back down, and then the last thing we need to do is take the rocker bolts off, and then we'll undo the cylinder head bolts and we'll take them off.
Dad's managed to get the head off. You can't see much of the fault on the head gasket, so we're just going to have to find out what's wrong with it when it goes and gets sent for pressure testing. But before we do that, before we send it off, we need to try and get every single one of these studs off, and that's time consuming and boring, so we won't put you through the misery. We'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.